It's the Deep Slant One-on-One presented by Xfinity. Our guest this week, John Weeks, 10-year veteran, longest tenured Texan. Welcome in. It's been a while since we've chatted.
It has been. I'm excited to be here right now.
I feel like you're making fun of me
Not
because
at all.
every time I see you, you say, when are we going to do an interview? And I feel
right.
like you're mocking me because you actually don't really like to do
Maybe
interviews.
a little bit. Maybe
just a little bit.
But I enjoy our time together, so I'm excited to be here.
I am excited to have you here. You have snapped on every field goal attempt, extra point, and punt for Houston since signing as a free agent in 2010. I find that outstanding and a little hard to believe. How about for yourself? How do you feel knowing that you've never missed a snap on any of those plays?
It's an honor, really. It just proves to me that I'm good at my craft. That my coaches and teammates trust me. And the other thing, as a snapper, you always want to be durable and dependable, and I've been able to do that. And when called upon, I've been able to go out there and perform at my best. So I'm just thankful. I was thankful for the opportunity continually. I'm still thankful for the opportunity to go out there and do it today. And I love going out there with those guys and competing.
I think that's why it was so surprising in Week 7 at Indianapolis when you got banged up a little bit early in the game and you were limping badly, but you stayed in the game. Like, walk me through that, because was that probably the toughest thing that you've had to physically play through?
Yeah, that's just one of those situations where I've always told myself, as long as I'm not going to hurt my team and I still feel I can go out there and perform my job to the best of my abilities and be there for my guys, that I'm going to do it. It was a situation, I unfortunately rolled my ankle pretty bad. It hurt to put a little bit of weight on it, but I was still able to, after the guys, the training staff got me all taped up, to go out there and do my job and be there for my guys when they needed me. So I've always told myself, again, if I can do that, that's what I was going to do. So there was never any second thought about it.
I mean, you're really tough. That's just a sign of your toughness. Because I was like, how are you going to run in coverage?
Well, those guys are great. We have a fantastic coverage unit and a good punter right now, and they didn't require me to do any type of running. So I really appreciate what those guys did for me. So.
You bring up a good point with special teams. I was looking up some stats. Second in the NFL in punt return average and kickoff return average. So allowing just 2.9 yards per return on punts and about 18.4 yards per kickoff return. What about these special teams under Seeley and Smith? I mean, they're like this dynamic duo of special teams out there. How strong are you feeling about this?
Yeah, you know what? We feel great in that room. We know that I think going into any Sunday, we match up well with teams, that we have an advantage with the guys that we have in our room, a bunch of guys that love to do what they to play special teams, to do what they're asked to do, and a bunch of guys that work hard at it. We know that we can provide a spark for our team when they need it. If we need a big play, we know Brian can put them inside the 5. We know that Kaimi can give us a good ball on kickoff, and our guys are going to go down there and make a tackle. So I think right now everything's going well in that room. We all understand that we can get better, and we're all working to get better every week. And I think that's what's special about that room, is we know we can get better, and that's what we're trying to do.
I'm going to get to Brian Anger, the punter, in just a minute. But first, what about the identity of special teams? You've been here long enough to remember when special teams was just where rookies went to play, before they could get on the field on offense or defense. And now it seems like the identity of special teams is very much its own. You've got guys that pride themselves on really contributing. That A.J. Moore, guys like Tywan Jones and Dylan Cole before he got hurt, that really that's what they wanted to do. That's what they were out there to do. How do you feel about that? How much that has changed this aspect of it?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's something that, since Coach O'Brien's been here, he's stressed. He's talked about the importance of special teams and how guys' roles, if they're not starters on offense and defense, that their roles are going to be on special teams. And we've got a great group of guys who have embraced that. You mentioned a few, but you can go up and down our special teams units with the impact players that we have, guys that have embraced the role, understand why they're here, how they can contribute to this team and help this team win football games and ultimately get to the big game at the end. That's everybody's goal, and that's what we're striving to do.
All right, let's get to Brian Anger. He joined early on in the season. You spent some time with him in training camp, and then obviously he became the punter early on. What was that transition like for you? Was it tough to sort of switch punters like that for you? What are some of the challenges as a long snapper to work on that unit?
Yeah, I don't think for us, because Brian was with us in training camp, I don't think it was as much of a transition as maybe some people think. Me and Brian work really well together. Brian, and Kaimi had plenty of reps during training camp and during the preseason together. So it was just getting used to each other again, and that took maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks tops, if you want to be super picky about it. But I feel like us three together, we're doing a good job. We enjoy each other, and we're having fun out there. And Brian's kicking the ball. He's doing a great job. He's pinning to those guys deep, and on our defense, it's hard to drive the length of the field. So, Brian keeps doing what he's doing. We're going to be in really good shape.
He's second in the NFL on punting yards, and he had that 71-yarder a few weeks back.
Let's not tell him
Let's
that.
not tell him
Yeah,
that. Do you ever? I know we used to joke about when Shane Leckler was here. You had an over/under on how many questions before we started asking you about Shane Leckler.
Yep.
So I have to ask you about Shane Leckler. Do you ever bring him up to Brian Anger, to the guys like, oh well, when Shane was here, this is how he would do it?
Everybody's different. And Shane was a fantastic pro, and he taught me a lot of things, and taught me a lot of things about punting. But Brian's the same way. Brian's a great pro. Brian's been doing this for a long time. So there's nothing.
That's true, he has.
There's nothing that I can say to Brian that Brian doesn't already himself know. So I just kind of back off. If it involves maybe location of a snap or how I can help him, with an angle of a directional kick or something like that, me and him are all about it. We talk in depth about it, try to figure out how to make the job as easy between the both of us. But when it comes to pure punting, I'm a long snapper, not a punter. I let the expert do that, and I just watch.
I didn't know if there was some advice being offered there. All right, you've done a lot of things, obviously many times being here for so many years, but you got a first recently with the win over the Patriots. First time to get to beat them. How special was that for you? Is that up there in one of your career highlights so far? And what was it like after the win for some of the veterans like yourself?
You know what? It was a great win. It really was, and it was nice to kind of get that monkey off the back. I think I've played them 8 or 9 times since I've been here, and
yes.
Unfortunately, until recently we hadn't got one on them. So it was definitely nice to get that win. But at the end of the day, it was just that. It was another win that this team really prepared for hard. Went out there, played as a team, and we were able to get a good win against a very good team. So that's kind of how I've approached it. That's kind of how I've looked at it. I think that's kind of how our guys have looked at it. We understand the challenge that we have this week against a really good Broncos team. So as much as we enjoyed that win, we have moved on, and we're on to Denver now, and we got to get ready for a good team coming in here.
All right, Sunday the Denver Broncos come here. You get to see another old favorite, Kareem Jackson,
Yes.
and you guys get to wear your cleats, My Cause, My Cleats, which I
Yes.
wanted to ask you about your cause, how you chose it, and why it's so important to you.
Yeah, so first it's going to be weird to see Kareem across the field.
Yes.
It really will be. Me and Kareem came in together. I have tremendous respect for him.
He was the longest tenured Texan, right?
No, we came in together.
You came in, oh yeah, you both were 2010.
We both were in 2010.
So now you were sole possessor of this
I
title.
am. But I have a tremendous amount of respect for Kareem. Love him, love his family. So I'm glad that he's doing good things over there, and wish him nothing but the best. But My Cause, My Cleats, a fantastic opportunity for us to kind of spread awareness for our different organizations. I've partnered with 2 this year, and basically they kind of play off each other. One, me and my wife have been very involved with Child Advocates since we've got here. We host an annual Christmas shopping spree with Child Advocates every year for Christmas. Child Advocates helps kids manage the foster care system, helps kids, gives the kids a voice, and they do that by assigning advocates to certain cases and that kind of stuff. Something we're passionate about, helping kids, getting them involved, and something we'll continually be passionate about as long as we're here. So we're excited to partner with them again. And then the other shoe that I'll have is for Kirsten's crew.
Oh, so you got one for each
Yeah,
cause.
I got one for each cause, and my right shoe I believe is for Kirsten's crew. And I don't know if many people know the story behind Kirsten's crew. Kirsten was actually one of the first. She attended one of the first shopping sprees that we ever had. I think she was maybe 6 when she came to our, I think, second one, and it was an event that her grandmother told us inspired her to basically want to do the same thing.
Wow.
So she has, the past 4 or 5 years, created an amazing organization called Kirsten's Crew, where she does the same thing. She provides shopping sprees for a bunch of different foster kids in the Houston area. They've done amazing things over the past 4 or 5 years.
But she's not very old right now,
This is
she?
I believe this young woman is a freshman in high school.
That's amazing.
She is an awesome young woman with a huge heart. So we're happy and honored to have her be a part of the Cause for My Cleats.
That's such a great cause. And you're hosting another shopping spree again this year.
We are. We love doing it.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is an annual thing for you, right?
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. We partner with Target. Target's been great with us since we started doing it, and some of my teammates love to do it. They come every year. We'll get together with a bunch of kids that Child Advocates puts us in touch with, and we just kind of let the kids go crazy and just have fun with them for about an hour. let them go around and get what they need for Christmas and that kind of stuff. So something special that we really enjoy doing.
Love seeing it too, especially this time of year. All right, John, we'll wish you best of luck for the rest of the year. And that ankle, I am impressed. Because you didn't miss, not only did you not miss a snap, you didn't miss you were back at practice that week too.
I was trying.
All right, knock on wood. Best of luck for the rest of the year, John.
Thank you, Deepi. Appreciate you.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to know when we post new content.